Riot Games severed ties with Garena, and it's a big deal. This is by Necrit. Let's get into this video.
Well, a few days ago, we were hit with some massive news.
Okay.
Riot Games severed their ties with Garena, and instead they will be publishing League and TFT in the East themselves.
Oh.
Now, I understand that this may not feel important.
That is huge. I'm in the Philippines right now, and every Filipino League player is playing on Garena. Like, I was confused when I got here, and I wanted to play a little League in my free time. I download League of Legends, and I'm trying to figure out what server to play on. And I have to pick, like, Oceania, but it didn't seem right, and the ping was crazy. And then my nephew actually had to tell me, like, oh, no, actually, Uncle, that's we play on Garena. I'm like, what? What the heck is Garena? So, yeah, everybody here knows Garena. It's huge, right? And that's a big deal that they're cutting ties. Interesting.
To you. But that's because you don't know what Garena was doing. An awful client that was worse than what we have. Predatory microtransactions. Skins being exclusive to bundles. Most skins being only
Ooh, bundles. So you're talking like loot boxes? Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
Available for 2 weeks, after which they would never come back, forcing you into buying them immediately. Clash wasn't available under Garena. Draft mode wasn't available under Garena. Southeast Asia was separated into 7 country-based servers with no crossplay. Third-party API over.
Oh, that's horrible. No crossplay. No crossplay. So that's why I get freaking 5, 6, 8 minute queue times in the Philippines. Makes sense.
Overlays and spectate would not work under Garena. This means op.gg never worked.
Wow.
There were no esports drops since you can't use the Garena account to log into LoL esports. The Garena client patched for 2 hours after every patch. Garena was directly selling gemstones for 300 RP. KDA prestige skins were only available from loot boxes. In Taiwan, you could...
The KDA skins were only available in loot boxes? Ouch. Ouch.
Bet currencies against a team, including your own teammates. And if you played in the Philippines, your client would be crypto mining in the background.
Wait, what? I did not know that. That's why it was so slow and laggy. I've been had. I've been had, everybody. Garena got the best of me this time, but they won't get me again. Apparently ever, because Riot is done with them. Maybe
this is what only one
maybe it's a good thing
mentioned when the big news got out. So naturally, I had to dig deeper.
Yes, let's hear.
Oh boy, did I find something.
Let's hear it.
I found out that all of us should be happy that we only get slapped twice a year by Riot Games. Because surely, things can get worse. So let's talk about it.
A lucky spin the wheel. Oh man. It feels like we're turning into like slots basically, or like, you know, just full on gambling, right? I mean, loot boxes, you are gambling, but yeah. Ugh, that's horrible.
Let's start with what living under Garena was like. The moment you would log in to play League of Legends, you would be hit by something like this. Skins and sales right in your face. Then, as I mentioned, the store itself locked skins behind events. Whenever new skins came out, some of them would only be available for 2 weeks as part of the event. And after the event was gone, your only chances on getting those skins would be to buy loot boxes. But that's still the better way for you to get the skins.
That's horrible.
Sometimes, for example, as another Redditor mentioned, the entire Worldbreaker skin line was locked behind purchasing a certain amount of RP. So you couldn't just spend the RP that you already had. To unlock the ability to buy the skins, you had to buy at least 500 new RP.
That's insane. So even if you already had $100 of RP in your like bank or whatever, your wallet, your Riot wallet or whatever, it forced you to buy new RP. So you had to spend new money to get these skins. What? Oh, that's painful, man. That is painful. Oh, that's horrible.
Other times, skins were just gated behind luck, as you were forced to enter a ticket lottery.
Okay.
But also some, such as the Nightbringer Vladimir, were just locked behind a paid premium pass. Also, some regions operated by Garena didn't have set price tiers. They just priced their skins whatever they felt like. As you can see here, epic skins were roughly about 250 RP. But Nightbringer Lee Sin? 396, why not? Also, that's more expensive than Legendary Soraka, who is for 369.
So they're just haphazardly throwing out prices. Hey, you know what? We think Nightbringer Lee Sin's really cool, so you're not going to be able to buy him unless you put in 400 RP. Jeez. Man, these guys are cracked. Good job, Riot. Get rid of them.
But even legendary skins were not the same price. Garena knew that some skins would sell more than others.
Yeah.
So, comparing it to the legendary Soraka, when it comes to Lux...
Jack up the price.
599.
Woo!
Speaking of which, just to drive the prices up.
Jeez.
In Vietnam, Garena simply marked some skins as legendary, even though they were not legendary. So in this screenshot, which comes from 3 years ago, you can see that the Vietnamese client has 183 legendary skins, while normally we only have 47. All of these look like really awful practices.
Yeah, that's super sketchy. You're trying to make skins seem more important than they are so that people will buy them up. Because there's people like that, right? It's like, oh, I want to have all the legendary skins, so they just buy them all, right? That's so... It's like slimy. It's like oily. Like, I just walked up to the snake oil salesman, and he just gave me a hell of a deal. Wow.
But that's only where the rabbit hole starts. Garena was giving away some free stuff too.
Oh,
sometimes
that's so
events
nice.
Also gave you a free skin and an icon, which was balanced by...
How nice of them. That's so considerate. Aw.
That. And they did...
Wait. That was so fast. Come on. We need like 1 frame back. Come on. There it is. Gambling, marked up prices, no player support, client instability, limited time skins, forced bundles, loot box exclusives. That seems fine. Yeah. Seems all good.
And they did something unique that no other region did. Every time they would win MSI, they would get some celebration rewards.
Hey.
Usually they would get some XP boosts and icons.
Oh, let us reward these players. We'll give them some icons and experience. Yes, we care about our player base. No problems here.
And then they would open up the limited time store, where you buy skins.
Right.
And to celebrate the victory, gifted loot boxes had better loot.
Okay.
Although I remember Riot did the same thing. Anyway, what a great celebration. But then they announced...
So wonderful.
The ultimate sale.
Ah.
It pretty much behaved like your shop, except there was a twist.
Okay.
You would get random skins with random discounts. Nothing tailored to your account, it was all random.
Okay.
Every day you got a free refresh, which gave you 8 new options. But if you still didn't like your options, you could use the Prized Refresh Plus.
Okay. So you're telling me they made it so that you can spend money to cycle through your discounts so that you can get better discounts to spend more money. Man, these guys are geniuses. Everybody who wants to monetize their game, take notes. This is how you do it to get the maximum profit. Oh, wow. I'm sure Diablo Immortal developers are just... I'm sure Blizzard developers are just frantically scribbling notes. Oh, we can add this to Diablo Immortal. This will be great. Oh, yes. Oh, these guys are geniuses.
475 RP, which was basically an extra reroll. which
Yeah.
also guaranteed one 350 RP skin in the shop.
Okay.
But what is that? You like the skin you got, but you don't like the price? Well, fear not, for you can use the Discount Refresh Plus, which for 75 RP more will reroll the price.
They're actually geniuses. You can re-roll your skin options, and then you can re-roll your discounts. So you're spending 75 RP to try and get a better discount to spend RP after you've spent RP to get new champion skins. Genius.
With a guaranteed 50% discount. So basically you spend RP so that you can spend less RP. But there was no guarantee you would get something you liked in the
that's
first
nuts.
place.
That's nuts.
Sounds awful, right? It would be a shame if it got even worse. Because these are not skins.
It gets
They
worse?
are icons. Despite the fact that in their reveal article they keep calling all of these skins, it's all just icons. What happened here is that some of these were supposed to be skins.
No
but
way.
the chances of getting a skin were so low, most of these were icons. At least that's until you buy the reroll, because remember, there is a guaranteed skin.
Oh,
but now you may be
man.
thinking, all of these look like skins.
They
How
do.
you distinguish them from icons?
Right.
Well, that's the thing. You can't. Because the names of these items are so long, you will never know if it is a skin.
Are you serious? So just because of the fact that it's like the text box is too small to see the full title of what you're getting, you don't know if it's a skin or an icon. So you can't actually tell, and you're just buying at random hoping to get a skin. Oh my gosh. So the store is already random. You pay to re-roll your options to get a champion's something that you actually want. But the price is not good enough, so you re-roll for your price reduction. And then you pick one, hoping that it's a skin. It's not even guaranteed that it's a skin. It's absolutely genius!
Or an icon. For example, here you can see that the Odyssey Karma has an I after the name, because it's supposed to say icon. But if you want that true damage echo skin, it's time to gamble.
No
They
idea.
purposefully made people think they were buying skins when they were buying icons.
That's
I have to give it
crazy.
to them. They knew they could get away with calling all of these skins. It is technically a skin for your profile. What do you mean I don't look like that? That's my skin. There was also that time Garena Taiwan started their stream early, and the guy operating the stream started betting on MSI games which they were broadcasting.
No
but that's
way.
fine, that can happen to anyone. The issue I can personally feel
Oh my
is
gosh.
all the early releases. Every time a champion is supposed to be revealed, it is always Garena and their social media that leak everything a few days early. I don't know if it's a weird issue with...
Oh, that's not good. That's not a good look either. Like, I'm sure they're under like NDAs and stuff too, and they're just like, yeah, we'll just show it off, and then we get all the hype over on our servers.
time zones, but for some reason it is always Garena.
Yeah.
Or an insider from Brazil, with the most recent example being Neela, who was revealed 2 days earlier.
Woof.
So Riot just...
So that's not a time zone difference then, because it's only about 15 hours difference, let's say in the Philippines, right? From Pacific time, USA. There's not 2 days difference there. So they're just straight up leaking.
released her everywhere earlier. I can probably just keep going with all this weird stuff that's been happening around Garena. But now it's more important to focus on why Riot decided to sever the ties.
Garena, you're kind of slimy and gross, just saying.
One of the reasons could be because Garena was indirectly preventing League of Legends from getting more popular there. Which is funny
What?
because in Korea and the rest of Asia, League is still massive. In the South? Not really.
Huh.
They even shut down their servers in Indonesia and pushed people over to Singapore and Malaysia because people didn't play the game.
I
But
wonder why.
also, in 2019, Garena's parent company lost over $1.5 billion.
Ooh, they taking a hit. They're not doing too hot. Wow.
Which, according to the people who played back then, was exactly when Garena became aggressive with their monetization. Which is also why some people stopped playing.
That makes sense.
Which is also why Garena cut some features from the game. That's why there was no Clash or Draft mode. They had to say.
So they're just like, it's just a downward spiral is what it sounds like. The parent gaming company doing crappy. They get pressured. Garena gets pressure. They're like, okay, you have to heavily monetize to make up for this loss. Garena starts super monetizing. People stop playing. They start cutting out game modes because they're not as monetizable or something. This is just ugly. It's ugly.
Save money. So, with all of these horror stories laid out, let's have a look at Riot's announcement that feels like the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
Side note, I find it funny that the main art is Braum releasing a Poro into the wild. In the post they mentioned that after 12 years of partnership with Garena, Riot Games will be self-publishing League and TFT across Southeast Asia, starting in January 23. They will be focusing on making sure that everyone across the globe has the exact same experience, which means...
That seems smart. Maybe this should have happened a lot sooner. This is crazy. But I mean, you know, bashing aside, this is probably the best move they could make, right? Especially to save their IP in Asia. Like, it's suffering right now, it sounds like, under Garena. And so, yeah, you might as well take over and just make sure that the experience is the same for everybody.
Means they will get rid of all the garbage that I talked about.
Yes.
They then mentioned that in the past, Garena was instrumental to growing League, and that they are thankful for their partnership.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
And they continued by mentioning that League and TFT will join all the other self-published titles.
Okay.
Which would be Valorant, Legends of Runeterra, and Wild Rift.
Nice.
Which, to be fair, is a surprise to me. I thought Wild Rift was operated by someone else, but nope. Apparently, Wild Rift is fully operated by Riot from their eastern offices.
That's awesome.
Which explains why lately Wild Rift has been so much better than League. Anyway, a big point that is mentioned here is that Riot will focus on expanding into Japan and India.
Okay.
Japan has been one of the few Asian countries where League simply didn't catch on. And maybe now we know the reason why.
Because Garena was sabotaging everything for monetary gain. Alright.
So I'm curious to see what Riot does there. And for as big as India is, they never got their own servers. So focusing on the...
Yeah, that seems like a huge untapped market. If you're just not even touching India when they have like over 1 billion people? Come on. Get into India. Yeah, this is a no-brainer.
Entire region might do wonders for Riot. On the other hand, they mentioned that they will build new offices in some of the places that already love League, including the Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia. These countries will get their own offices focusing on their own local events.
That's sick. League office in Philippines. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The post then explains what it means for the players. Simply said, anyone who transfers over to Riot will get a bundle of free rewards as a gift.
Nice.
And there will also be more welcome events in the future. And since everyone will be joining the same Riot ecosystem, everyone will have access to Riot's fun campaigns, such as Art for RP.
Okay.
Which is the one-time thing per account, where you can draw art and send it to RP for a little bit of RP if you are just short of buying a skin.
Interesting.
But for the more important thing, all players will also have access to localization, billing, and player support.
Nice.
Server migrations will start November 18th. And people...
I gotta say, good job, Riot. Good job, man. This is huge. This is huge. Take back your experience from these dirty, slimy snake oil salesmen. Make it yours again in Asia. Start spreading out into India and these untapped markets like Japan. And honestly, it's probably going to make them a lot more wealthy too. So it's going to pay off, I'm sure.
Should finalize them before January 2023.
Okay.
Because Garena will stop operating at that time too. In fact, Riot is encouraging people to migrate as soon as possible.
I wonder why. Get out of here. Goodbye, Garena. We want to get rid of you. This is awesome. This was a really good video. I enjoyed this a lot. We got the meat of it. I'm not gonna, you know, try and finish it all the way through to the 15-minute mark. Personally, if you guys want to check out this video, subscribe to Necrit. This was actually a really good video, and it seems like this guy makes really detailed, like, good quality videos.